So first chapter we have started in our syllabus. There are a total 8 chapters. Out of 8 chapters, 4 chapters belongs to first section, 4 chapters belongs to second section. Correct. And as we discussed, the theory exam will be based on only first 4 chapters, which I'm going to teach here. So these 4 chapters are most important, irrespective of whether exam will be offline, online, MCQ type, descriptive type, or whatever. Or further, rather than I will tell that apart from the this one of the most important this chapter number 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the most important. Even a second section you can learn as AutoCAD. Even that is also most important, where you can see different commands, etc. Okay. So in last lecture, last few lectures, we have started this chapter. We have discussed basic things. Okay. What does it mean by machine? What does it mean by drawing? That we have discussed. So now we will not waste the time in discussing that. So after that, we have seen what is the syllabus for the first chapter. First chapter itself a little having large syllabus, which contains mainly basics of machine drawing, certain things which are the types of drawing, dimensioning. We have seen how to use dimensioning, placing of dimensions, then functional and non-functional dimension. We will see dimensions of common feature, or we can say which symbols we have used in drawing. That also we have discussed in one of the lecture. Okay, types of drawing. We have seen dimensions of types of dimensioning, how we can give dimensioning. In one of the lecture, we have invested one lecture to understand which are the different things which are important to give the dimension, and thereafter different types of drawing. Thereafter, study of BIS convention. This is core part of this particular chapter. That also we are going to see significance and importance. This is syllabus, whatever you are observing on the screen. Drawing sheet sizes, then layout recommended by BIS, etc. Okay, so one by one, just we have started, or slowly we have started to learn core syllabus. Okay, so one by one we have seen. So many in one of the lecture also, I have told what is machine, what is drawing. So these definitions, lot many times I have repeated. Even you can on your own also you can tell what does it mean by machine. Something which does work, or which can reduce the efforts, human efforts. It is called as machine. Okay. So linkage, or we can say when different parts will come together, when different parts will come together, it will minimize certain work. So it is called as machine. That one also one of the definition. Drawing, unless and until there are no technical specification, we cannot call as a drawing. Likewise, I have told technical specification should come. Otherwise, it will be a mere picture. It is a picture of object, we can say, which have no meaning unless and until it don't have technical specification. Means dimensions, in other words. Unless and until it don't have dimensions, it has no meaning. So dimensions are important. Whenever a drawing word will come into picture, so that is important. Drawing. So if you will see this drawing word is used as verb. Somebody, okay. So that machine drawing, and what is machine and what is drawing. Actually, what I am telling, uh, machine we have discussed. Drawing word will be used as a noun as well as verb. Means if at all you will draw something on a paper, that will be your drawing, and the process by which you are doing something, it is also a drawing. Something like casting word you might have came across. Casting word, this casting word is also used as a noun as well as verb. If your English is little good, you will come to know that casting means what? The product which is forming, or which we get product at the last. Okay, it is finished product is also called as casting, and the process by which we are pouring molten metal, then we are getting it solidified, then we are getting component. That process is also called as casting. So if you are remembering, similarly our drawing subject is also something like this. Whatever output at the last we are getting, it is also called as a drawing. It is noun. And what is process we are undergoing to do something, it is also called as a drawing. It is called a verb. Okay, so something like this. So we will not go in English, but we should know what is drawing. So So that is most important. Okay, drawing is a pictorial view of object with technical specification. Unless and until there are no technical specification, there is no use. That we have seen. Different symbols we have seen thereafter. For multiple choice questions, actually here I will not know again. Waste time already in one of the lecture. Only symbols we have seen. Okay, so many more symbols. Can anybody give certain symbols? Still students are joining. If I will draw something symbol, suppose this symbol, which is this symbol, something like this, or which
Slope.
is this symbol, which is this symbol,
Taper and slope.
Taper and slope.
taper and slope, or which is this symbol, something like this, suppose
Depth.
depth, like this. Many more symbols also we have seen. That symbols also we have seen already. So that is there. What the symbols we have seen. Okay. Thereafter, we have seen methods of indicating dimensions. How we can show dimensions. So before it, if I will ask, which things are required to give dimension? Can anybody list of which things are required to give dimension? Suppose I have drawn a simple object. Suppose I have drawn here something like this, a rectangle. I want to give dimension, means this to this. What these two lines are called? Firstly, these two lines.
Extension line.
Very good. We are calling it as extension line. Then from here to here, if I will give this horizontal line, what name we are giving to this horizontal line?
Dimension line.
Dimension line. Very good. And here, if suppose I will not, now it is not possible to give high, but I will give this high 100. What we are calling to this high? 100. High is a symbol, 100 is figure, digit, or number. And these are two are the arrows. So these three things, very basic. These three things are 4 or 5 things are required to give dimensions. And depending upon orientation of dimension line, most important. On which basis these types are there? That is also most important thing. Means on which basis these types are there? So that is also most important thing. Depending upon that dimension line, these types are there. Which are they? Aligned system, unidirectional system, chain dimensioning, parallel dimensioning, and combined dimensioning. So depending upon dimensional line, these types are there that we have seen. Okay, in one of the lecture, this also we have covered. So first one is aligned system. What is aligned system? Are you remembering? What is aligned system? We can read the dimensions. Aligned means inclined, either from the bottom or right hand side, either from the bottom or right hand side. Aligned system. Okay, one more thing I have told, where the dimension text or figure is mentioned, is it in between the dimension line or it is always above the dimension line?
Above.
Always above. Whatever text is given or text it is there, it is always above the dimension line. That is main concern related to aligned system. Bottom or we can read the dimension from the bottom or right hand side, and text is given always above. That one is important. Next one is unidirectional system. Uni means only one. Which is the direction to read the dimension?
Bottom.
Which is the direction? From the bottom of the drawing. In your unidirectional system, drawing can be read only from the bottom. Okay, that we have seen. And text is placed above or in between? Text is placed above
Both.
or in between?
Above or in between.
Correct. Both above or in between. Here you can see it is placed in between. In between. So in here also in between, something like this. So it is text is placed either above or in between. Both are possible, something like this. Okay, so that is called as unidirectional. Then chain dimensioning. Before that, even I have given example of what is chain dimensioning. What does it mean by chain dimensioning? Chain means what? Once one element will get over, next will start. When that next will get over, further will start. When that will get over, next will start. Means what you will understand in chain dimensioning system. Here, dimension lines
Form a chain.
Correct. Dimension lines will form a chain. In this system, dimensions are given to the object such a way that it will form a chain. Who will form a chain? Dimension line will form a chain. This dimension line will come one after another. It is called as chain dimensioning system. Correct. Then parallel. Very simple. Parallel dimensioning system. What does it mean by parallel dimensioning system? Dimension lines are parallel to each other. Any drawing you can draw where if dimension lines are parallel to each other, then we are calling it as parallel dimensioning system. So here also again we came across one of the symbol. I have to ask what is this symbol? Anybody is remembering what is this symbol? For what purpose we are giving this?
Object exists still beyond this.
Object is, yes, object is still there beyond that, but we are not interested or we are not considering, we are not studying that object. Something like this in your geometry, maybe in our 10th, 11th, 12th class, you might have come across this. Why? If at all object is there further, still we are not interested in that. That's why. Okay, parallel dimensioning system. After that, combine the dimensioning system. Combine the dimensioning system. What is this combine the dimensioning system? Dimensions are given in combinedly fashion. Combine. So on that day, I have given different here digits and I have asked certain dimension. Means here drawing reading is important. Reading of a drawing means getting the dimension. If at all certain dimensions are not given, still we should be able to get. For example, if total is suppose 100, total is 100, and this is 60. Okay, this is 30. So automatically in between, what will be this? How much
10.
it will become? It will become 10. This will become 10 something. Means if at all it is not given directly, we should be able to get that dimension. It is combine the dimensions. Means the dimensions are given or combinedly fashion or in way combined way. In that way, it is called as is combined system, or we can say these are the types of dimensioning system that we have seen. And this one also we have discussed about significance and importance of Bayes convention. Means why it is necessary to have a standardization. Why it is necessary? Unless and until there is no standardization, we cannot interchange the part. Even if you go some anything anywhere in your maybe in your any shop, and suppose you want to change certain part, interchangeability will come into picture. Whatever part you are going to change, is it going to fit or not? That is important. If it is not going to fit, your efforts will reduce. Instead of a reduction of efforts, you may get more efforts. Why to manufacture new component? This one also we have seen. Title block. Whether we have discussed something related to title block, I think we have discussed why it is required in title block. I have given example of ST stand, ST bus stand. Okay, suppose you are there on the ST Pandharpur ST bus stand and you want to go to suppose Solapur. So what you will do? Whether you will catch some random bus on the from the bus stand? Definitely not. What you will do? You will read that board of ST bus, which you will find which ST bus will go to Solapur. Means I have compared that title block with the board of ST. Means unless and until we will not read the board of ST, we cannot know where it will go. Similarly, something like this description of the drawing, it will be contained in this title block. All description, title of drawing, sheet number, scale, symbol, name of firm, organization, etc. Initial of staff drawn, checked and approved. So these things or whatever things are there, it should be there in your title block. So this also we have seen. Title block is nothing but the board. Once we will read the title block, immediately we will come to know that what is this or what is there in this drawing, something like this. Okay. So these things already we have discussed. Then I have shown typical title block. This also we have discussed the typical title block. So for offline cases, once we will start to drawing, so this is important. Okay. So today we will see this title. What you are observing on the screen? So this we will see only one title: sheet sizes and layout recommended by BIS. So in your notebook now you should give the title sheet sizes or different sheet sizes and layout or we can say what are the different sheet sizes which are recommended by the BIS. Okay, so this we will see today. Different sheet sizes means what? In our day-to-day life, being an engineer, whenever we want to produce drawing, whenever we want to produce drawing, or when we want to have a drawing to draw the drawing, it is not the case we should use some random drawing sheet, some random drawing sheet. Okay, some standard drawing sheets are there that we have to use while drawing the our regular drawing or any drawing whatever we will come across. So for that purpose, some standard drawing sheet sizes are used. Some standard drawing sheet sizes are used. It is called as these drawing sheet sizes. So here just one table is there, table. So in that table designation and dimension it is there. Okay. So how many drawing different? So these are designated or names are given to these drawings are A0, A1, A2, A3, A4. How many are there? A0, A1, A2, A3, A4. So these are the, whether these are 4 or 5 drawing sheet sizes.
5.
How many are there? How many are there?
5.
5 standard sheet sizes are there. 5. So right from, because this also always in an oral question is coming, how many standard sheet sizes are there? Immediately answer is coming 4. Why 4? I'm giving answer. Why it is 4? Because here it is a 4. Here it is 4. Due to this, students are immediately giving answer. Sir, 4 different sheet sizes are there. Why 4 are not there? Because this we are not including. We should include this also, no? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. How many are there total? So here at least that you should clear. So there are totally how many sheet sizes are there? 4 or 5?
5.
5 are there. Keep in mind there are total 5 different sheet sizes. Which are they? So immediately we should come, or immediately your answer should be A0, A1, A2, A3, A4. Now while doing this different sheet sizes, so first point you have to remember from this title, there are 5 different sheet sizes. Which are they? If I will say which are they, immediately A0, A1, A2, A3, A4. These 5. Okay. After that, immediately we have to see now. We have to remember this table. We should not mug up. हा टेबल पाठ करायचा नाही. These values, whatever values are there, you should not mug up. Mug up म्हणजे पाठ करणे. You should not mug up, but we should remember, because randomly it may be asked in one line, multiple choice question. Standard sheet size of A1 sheet is, option will be given, maybe this one, this one, this one, whatever, and you should tick mark 1. So that remember, you have to remember this table. So how to remember, I will tell how to remember this table. Before that, okay, so total 5 different sheet sizes are there. Now to remember this table, how this standard is maintained while getting the dimension. Suppose horizontal dimension we will take as x, and vertical we will take as y. So this ratio is maintained as 1 to under root 2. 1 to under root 2. Okay. What is the value of 1 upon under root 2? How much this value it is having? So this standard ratio is 0.707.
70. Yes, sir.
Yes, 707, 0.707. This ratio is maintained while maintaining the standard x as to y is equal to 1 to under root 2, or we can say 1 to under root 2 is nothing but 0.707, something like this. This ratio is maintained. How these different sheet sizes are maintained? That's why this diagram is given here. Whatever diagram you are observing here, this diagram. So this diagram is given how it is, this ratio is maintained or how it is. So if you'll see one sheet here, A4, one sheet A4, or from the bottom also here, A0. So what it is done, one of the dimension is made half. In always case, one dimension is kept as it is, another is make half or double, something like this. Either it is made half or double, something like this. For that purpose, this dimension is given, but not necessary to remember this diagram. Nobody will ask you to draw this diagram, or just for information, to show or to understand how the different dimensions drawing sheets are made. For that purpose it is made. It is not the case that it is a part of syllabus. Okay, so to show or to highlight how the different sheet sizes are given, that's why only this diagram is given. So while remembering this table, so first you have to note down this A0. First you have to write A0, then this A1, then A2, then A3, and finally A4. So this sheet sizes first you have to write down. Okay, A0, A1, A2, A3, A4. Then one of the sheet size anyhow you have to remember, which is that one of the sheet size A4. So what is this A4 sheet size? So whatever printer pages we are using. So many times you might have taken printout pages, maybe something many more times in day-to-day life, because this A4 sheet size is smallest sheet size, where you might have taken many more times. Might have taken the printout or printout pages. These are nothing but the printout pages. Keep in mind, printout pages. Printer you might have seen in our department also, in our college also. So this size you have to remember. This size 210 into 297. There is no shortcut. There is no shortcut to remember this. So anyhow 210 into 297 you have to remember this. Okay. After this, further sizes are not necessary to remember. A4 sheet size, our printer sizes or printer pages, whatever it is their printer pages, it is the size of that printer pages. Okay. 210 into 297. You have to remember this 297. Now further I am telling. Now give attention. How to remember now further sheet sizes. So whatever this 297 is there, you have to take as it is here, 297. Okay, as it is. I have made one arrow. Are you observing? 297. Have you seen 297 as it is? You have to take further. Then you have to multiple it by root 2. And tell me how much it will come. 297 into root 2. How much it is?
420.
420.
Yes, sir.
Is it coming 420? 420. Then you will get a size of A3. 297 into 420. 297 into 420. It is size of A3. Further, this 420 as it is, you have to take as it is. And then again, similar fashion, you have to multiple that 420 by root 2. How much it will come? Multiple 420 by root 2. How much it is coming?
594.
594. Is it coming 594?
Yes, sir.
Further, again this 590, here you have to write 594. Again, same as it is, you have to take here further. 594. Okay. 594 as it is, you have to take further. Okay. Then again, you have to multiply it by root 2. Check how much it is coming. I think it will come 840.
840. Yes, sir.
Exactly 840 or something above.
840. 0.04.
0.04. So here you can make star mark because instead of 840, you have to take 841. Instead of 840, we have to take 841. So again 841. That's why I have made here star mark. It is standard. Just we are remembering that standard, nothing else. Again we have to take as it is here 841. 841 as it is and multiply it by root 2. Multiply it by root 2. How much it is coming?
1189.35.
1189.
9.
1189. So here also you have to remember 1189 as it is. So only one star mark in all cases. Only one star mark in all cases, nothing else. So likewise, you can remember the table. So what is how to form this table? If it will take only 2 minutes to form the table, but it may contain sometimes match the pair 3 to 4 marks. Though it looks like very simple, sometimes it may contain 4-5 marks. Match the pair. One side standard sheet sizes will be given. Another side it is nothing but its dimensions will be given, which are there in mm, something like this. Okay, so how to remember table? Can anybody tell how to remember table? From where we have to start? Suppose you want to remember this table, from where you have to start? Hmm? First, what we have to do? First, we have to note down different sheet sizes. How many different sheet sizes are there?
5.
5 are there. Means one by one we can, or serially you can note down which are how? A0, A1, A2, A3, A4. Then what we have to do? Which sheet size we have to remember always?
A4.
Sheet size we A4. What is its size? किती असते size मग त्याचे? How much it is?
210 by 297.
210 by 297. This size we have to remember always. 210 into 297. Then what we have? How to get next sheet size A3? By what factor we have to, or before that, what we have to do in first step? Largest dimension we have to take as it is. 297 we have to take as it is. Okay. Then by what factor we have to multiply it?
Root 2.
Root 2. Then we will get 420 next. Okay. Then next, while getting A2 sheet size, what we have to do here? 420 as it is we have to take. Then by what factor we have to multiply it?
Root 2.
Again root 2. We will get 594. Correct. Again this 594 as it is we have to take. Then we have to multiply it by root 2. We will get 840. We will get 840, but in standard it is 841. That's why I have did here this star mark. Instead of 840 we have to do 841. Correct. Then again 841 we have to take as it is, and then we have to multiply it, so that we will get last digit 1189. Likewise we will remember this. Any problem? This is a trick to remember this table. So a question may come here in your mind. So if I will ask here now, looking to this table, which is the largest sheet size? What will be your answer? Which is the largest sheet size? सगळ्यात मोठी sheet size कुठली हो? A0. It is something contradictory because बऱ्याच जणांना वाटतं की तिथे 0 आहे, ते कसं काय मोठं असू शकतं. But as per as dimensions are concerned, which sheet is largest sheet? The remaining students are not giving responses. Diptesh, which is the largest sheet size? Is it A0, A1, A2, A3, or A4? Is that largest sheet size? Diptesh, nobody is giving answer. Which is largest sheet size? Asbe,
A0.
A0 is the largest sheet size. Which is the smallest sheet size?
A4.
A4.
A4. A4 is the smallest sheet size. Very good. A4 is the smallest sheet size. Or sometimes, sometimes it may be asked something like this. Four sheet sizes will be given something like this: A1, then A2, then A3, and A4. And here it will be asked which is the largest sheet size out of these four. याच्यामध्ये कुठलं सगळ्यात
A1.
मोठं? Then
A1.
A1.
then what will be your answer in that case? A1. Then your answer should be A1. You should not struggle to find where is A0, because by default in students' mind, what is that in students' mind? A0 is the largest one. A0 is the largest one. It is by default, but it is not here. Then in this list, A1 will come. In this list, A1 will come. Something like this. Getting? Are you getting? So what I'm telling here. So this is the standard sheet sizes are there. So this we have to remember. Standard sheet sizes. Have you understood? Shall I ask one question again? What you let me know what you understood. How many standard sheet sizes are there? How many are there total?
5.
5.
5. Which are they?
A0, A1, A2, A3, A4.
Very good. A0, A1, A2, A3, A4. 5 are there. Out of that now, while what is the criteria to maintain the ratio of dimension? What is the criteria? So
1
in
is
here,
to root 2.
1 is to root 2. 1 is to root 2 is the criteria. Okay. Then while preparing the table, which sheet size we have to remember by hook and crook, or always we have to remember which is that sheet?
A4.
A4.
A4. Correct. A4. What is its size? A4 sheet size?
210 by 297.
Very good. 210 into 297. Okay. Then how you will get from A4? A3 sheet size. How you will get A3 sheet size from A4? Which dimension you have to take as it is? Diagonally. Diagonally.
297.
297. Okay. Then next dimension. How you will calculate next dimension?
Multiply by root 2.
Multiple by root 2. Similarly, you will get 420. Again, you have to take 420 as it is. Again, you have to multiply it by what to get next
Under root
dimension?
2.
Root 2.
Again, under root 2 or 0.707. You will get 840. But in our standard, it is 841. That's why I have star marked it. 841. Again, 841 you have to take as it is. Again, you have to multiply it by root 2. You will get 1189. Similarly, like this. And finally, whatever question I have asked, which is the smallest sheet size from this drawing sheet?
A4.
Standard drawing sheet?
A4.
A4. And which is the largest sheet size from this?
A0.
A0.
A0. So these things are there in this, nothing else. These things. Okay. So whatever I have given procedure, it is something like this. Any problem related to this?
No, sir.
Anybody have you understood? Because for multiple choice question, match the pair, something for this, it is most important. This bit is most important. You should not confuse. Okay, at that case. So which are the different drawing sheet sizes? A0, A1, A2, A3, A4. That you have to remember. Their sizes also you have to remember. Okay. So this one is most important. A0, A1, A2, A3, A4. A4 you have to remember. One dimension you have to take as it is. Multiple by root 2 you will get next. Similarly, you can remember a table which is the largest one and which is the smallest one. That also you have to remember. Any problem?
No.
Any problem? Next. What you are observing now next? So let us see this conventional representation of engineering materials. So are you able to see conventional representation of engineering material? Are you observing screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here only list is there. Actually, there is nothing. So conventional representation of materials. So first one is metal. So here there is no, I will say there is no rocket science. So there is no some calculation, something remember, nothing else. Only you have to draw rectangle. You have to draw symbols. So metals mainly divided into two types. One is steel, cast iron, copper and its alloy, aluminum and its alloy, and here lead, zinc, tin, white metal. Okay, lead, zinc, tin, white metal, and this. So symbol is, are you observing what the way we were giving hatching? So here I will draw that symbol. What are the way? So are you observing red color? Here I am drawing or not observing on the screen? So here that symbol, first symbol is something like this: lead, zinc, tin. Not sorry, steel, cast iron. It is, this symbol is something like this. Or if I will draw here, first symbol where steel, cast iron, this symbol is something like this. Okay, it is like this. This symbol is something like this. First one, and the second in metals only. In metal only, lead, zinc, tin, white metal. These are also metals which are used in. Is, can anybody differentiate? Diploma student, I am expecting from diploma student. What is the difference between steel, cast iron, copper, and this lead, zinc, tin, white metal? Let us see. Both are the metals, but where will be the steel, cast iron is used, and where will be the lead, zinc, tin, white metal? Wherever there is more friction, which metals are used, Asbe? I think you are a diploma student. Lead, zinc, tin. Whether these metals are used where there is a more friction, or this steel, cast iron, copper is used whenever there is more friction. Hmm? कुठं वापरला जाऊ शकतो? Try to apply the logic. Now this is not part of our syllabus, but we should know. We should know. Being an engineer, we should know. White metal, lead, zinc, tin. Whenever where it is used, or which material used where there is a more friction. जिथे जास्त फ्रिक्शन असतं तिथे स्टील,
Steel,
कास्ट
Lead,
cast
zinc, tin.
स्टील का जिथे जास्त फ्रिक्शन आहे तिथे स्टील कास्ट आयर्न कॉपर यूज करतो.
कॉपर आणि लीड, झिंक, टिन कुठं वापरायचं मग? व्हाईट मेटल. हे कुठं वापरायचं? जिथं कमी असतं तिथं का मग? इज इट लाईक दिस ऑर यू आर टेलिंग समथिंग अपोजिट? अपोजिट झालं.
तर more friction ला lead, zinc, tin, white metal.
हा, दिस इज करेक्ट. मोर फ्रिक्शन. Whenever there is more friction, lead, zinc, tin, white metal. Double hatching is there. Double hatching. You have learned graphics. So in that case, lead, zinc, tin, white metal, double hatching. 45 in this way, 45 in this way, and in this way. So here students were asking us sometimes, what is the size of that rectangle? It is your choice. Just you have to draw rectangle. बरेच जण विचारतात की rectangle ची size किती? It is non-technical. You can draw any rectangle and you can draw this symbol, nothing else. Something like this. आणि whenever soft metal, म्हणजे मी हे दोन मेटल काय करतो, दोन भागात विभागले मी. कुठले कुठले? पहिल्याला soft ला फक्त सिंगल हॅचिंग आणि हार्ड मेटलला डबल हॅचिंग. इट इज ॲज सिम्पल ॲज दिस, नथिंग एल्स. अगदी आपल्या सोप्या भाषेत सांगायचं म्हटलं तर, whenever we are considering soft metals, single hatching, hard metals, soft metal, single hatching, hard metals. हार्ड मेटल जे आहे ते हार्ड आहे सगळं. दॅट्स वाय इट इज डबल हॅचिंग. इट इज ॲज सिम्पल ॲज दिस. अगदी सोपं लक्षात ठेवायला. ग्लास, everybody is knowing glass. So whenever we are using glass, this symbol, Are you able to see symbol? This structure is there in that, means this side lines are getting slow, something like this, some, something like this, small, etc. Like this glass symbol. Are you able to observe? Or just you have to observe and you have to draw, nothing else. Then packaging and insulating material. Packaging and insulating material, again it is of two types. Porcelain, stoneware, marble, slate. हे थोडंसं अगेन बघा त्याच्यामध्ये पोर्सलेन, स्टोनवेअर, मार्बल, स्लेट. And second one is asbestos, fiber, felt, synthetic resin, product, paper, etc. So if you see these two symbols, metal मधला hard metal आणि packaging and insulating material, whether these two symbols you are observing same or is there any difference? बऱ्याच जणांचं कन्फ्युजन होतं म्हणून मी आधीच सांगतोय. Is there any difference or is there any similarity? काही दोन सिम्बॉल सेम आहेत का डिफरंट आहेत? जरा झूम करून बघा बरं तुमच्या मोबाईल मध्ये. You can zoom it.
Different.
Different. What is the difference between that metal symbol, lead, zinc, tin, and packaging and insulating material? Asbestos, fiber, felt. याच्यामध्ये काय फरक आहे मग सिम्बॉल मध्ये? मेटल्सचा जो सिम्बॉल आहे, both lines are inclined, crossing each other, we can say crossing it. But in here, in packaging and insulating material, that second symbol, one line is horizontal and another one is 45 inclined. That is basic symbol difference. So packaging and insulating material, लक्षात ठेवा, packaging and insulating material मध्ये एक horizontal line आहे आणि दुसरी inclined आहे. On the other hand, in metal symbol, both lines are inclined. Both lines are inclined. But packaging and insulating material, one is horizontal, one is inclined. For what packaging and insulating material? Asbestos, fiber, felt, synthetic resin, etc. And in case of porcelain, stoneware, marble, slate, dotted line inclined. Dotted inclined. That we have to remember. Then liquid, there is no question. You have learned chemistry subject, how you are showing liquid in your experimental setup, etc. So there is no challenge in that. Then symbol of wood. So centrally you have to draw something like nucleus, maybe a part of biology, something like that. Nucleus, centrally the symbol. So you can zoom it, you can see how it is. Symbol of wood, लाकूड म्हणतो आपण मराठीमध्ये. And last one is, which is the last symbol? I am unable to read here. Which is the last? Can anybody help me? Last symbol, which is that? A mixture. Concrete. Basic civil engineering. You might have whether that triangular symbol or triangles are filled or a hollow one in concrete symbol.
Filled.
Filled.
Filled. It should be filled one. It should not be hollow one. Unless and until it is not filled, it doesn't mean that it is concrete. And concrete is a mixture of what? Concrete is a mixture of
Cement,
Cement,
sand.
sand, and gravel.
concrete is a mixture of cement, sand, and gravel. Whether water is there in the concrete? Water?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Water is also there. So concrete, very simple. In basic civil engineering, you might have heard this word many times. Concrete is a mixture of cement, sand, water, and gravel. Okay, so this one we have studied today. So there is no challenge actually. This in conventional representation of engineering material. So here only symbols you have to remember. So there is no something like this. Only two symbols already I have joined together to avoid the confusion. In case of metals, hard metals again, lead, zinc, tin, crossing symbol is there. Both lines are crossing each other. On the other hand, packaging and insulating material, asbestos, fiber, synthetic resin, etc. In that one line is horizontal, another one is inclined one. That we have to remember. Okay. And in next lecture, we are going to see this conventional representation of gears. So what does it mean by gear? So I will ask next question in next lecture. What is gears and what are its types? So actually it is a part of basic mechanical engineering. First year, if you have studied well and good, if not we will study here, but symbols are there. Basic things you should know, basic things. Okay. So how the things are going, that we should know. Are you getting? With this, for today, we will stop. Any problem? Anybody want to ask anything? कोणाला काय विचारायचं आहे?